When a tragedy like 9/11 happens, sports can often serve as an outlet for healing and a return to normalcy. But for the New England Patriots, that day hit especially close to home.
Former Patriot Joe Andruzzi's three brothers were all New York City firefighters 20 years ago. He spoke with sports director Steve Burton about that day and how he will never forget.
One of my brothers was in the building. So
the day after 9/11, you met with the media, your brothers, New York City firefighters, and you found out that they were alive.
he's all right, though, but he got out just in time.
Do you remember that day?
I remember that day like it was yesterday. The day of 9/11, when I sat for about 12 hours until I got a phone call late at night from my dad because phones weren't working, and just to tell me that all my three brothers were safe and alive. It hit you.
When you saw the towers falling, how scared were you?
My heart was in my throat, and I had a gut feeling that, that one of my brothers was there. My brother Jimmy was one of the first responders, and made it to about the 25th floor before one of his colleagues had chest pains, which slowed them up enough. They made it down to the lobby, and then the walls around them and towers were all marble. And he said they were just cracking around him. And all I remember is just running out of that building and, the cloud of smoke chasing them down. And as soon as they got out of that, they stopped, turned around, and went back. And, those guys like that are heroes to me.
Back on September 11th, 20 years ago, Joe Andruzzi was playing for the Patriots. 9/11 fell on a Tuesday. The NFL canceled the games that weekend. Their next game would be against the New York Jets. And Joe's three brothers were honorary captains. And Joe was the last one to take the field. Remember what you were carrying?
There was two flags taped on the wall next to me as I ran out. And just spurred a moment, and I grabbed them off the wall. I held them high in the air, knowing that my brothers and father were out there, and they were standing out there not for me, not for Patriots, Jets. They were standing out there with their uniforms on for all of the first responders and all of the workers that perished that day. Hey, buddy. How you doing, huh?
It was Patriots owner Robert Kraft who invited the New York City firefighters to be honored in so-called enemy territory.
You had three brave brothers. Mm-hmm. All three went into the building?
One was in the building, one got called in, and the other one was first day.
The image of them going out to midfield, everyone holding the small flags in the stands, and all of Beantown cheering New Yorkers.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen too often.
Hopefully it's the first and last time.
Did it, yeah. 20 years ago.
Hard to believe it was 20 years.
The image of your brothers wearing their suits, their and your dad, and all of them going out for the coin toss. It is wonderful. We need that spirit back in America.
We do.
Today.
I agree.
Love you, man.
Love you too, man.
How about Mr. Kraft taking the time to come over? Joe Andruzzi has a message he wants everyone to hear. Don't ever forget. Let's come together and spread the love. Steve Burton, WBZ Sports.
And David, you think back to that week and when NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue made that decision 2 days later to cancel that weekend's NFL games, I think that was when it really hit people who had been in shock that it was a national time of mourning and those games could not be played. It was not an easy decision to make, but it was the right thing to do.
You talk about how sports sometimes can offer people some type of solace. You remember just a couple of weeks after that, the World Series being held in New York City, President Bush throwing out the first pitch, and what Joe Andruzzi was just saying about the country being so united and how we could use a little bit of that right now. Hopefully people are reminded of what we were like 20 years ago.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to play a big part in that.